So Betrayal in the House on the Hill or Betrayal at Baldur's Gate, they're basically the same game. The way the game works is all the players start in one room and they choose a character beforehand. Those characters have movement rates and other stats. You can move your character the number of movements that you have a movement rating for. So if you can move 4, you move 4 spaces. When you exit the starting room, you actually start building the map by randomly flipping over tiles that represent the type of area you're going into. So if it's Baldur's Gate, there's streets, there's indoors, and there's dungeon. For Escape on the House on the Hill, there's first floor, second floor, and basement. You reveal a tile, place it down, and you enter the room, and then the event in that room will go off. That allows for a lot of replayability. Every time you reveal an omen, you roll a dice to see if the game starts. So the board will be built, you slowly will eventually reveal enough omen cards that your die roll is more likely to fail, causing the haunt to happen. And the haunt is determined by what item you find in that room, what the omen was revealed, and what type of room specifically, allowing for like somewhere in the area of like 85 different ways for the game to go down. It's a lot of fun. You could possibly do something like that for the escape room. Oh, I think we found Agrippa.
Who's the switch? Thank you. You have my gratitude. My name is Agrippa. Who might you be? Daniel? Like the prophet thrown into the lion's den?
Exactly like him.
Tell me, are you among the lions, Daniel? You want to stop Alexander? Oh my, so Babylon shall fall, you say?
He's pretty happy for someone that's like this.
Alexander is toothless without an arm. He has fun. That's not very promising at all. The sanctum is basically impenetrable, but guessed by all. It could be breached by another, but Alexander broke his, my own, a long time ago. Really? Well, if you tell the truth, by all means, seek out the pieces of the broken arm and mend away. I believe he uses them for torture now. They practically leak matter, which is quite useful, I understand. There should be 6 of them.
This guy's great.
Look around the choir and the transept. You should be able to find them there.
Hey, Fly, how's it going? You're aware of this?
Daddy, I hate to bother you further, but if you're really going after Alexander, would you consider taking me with you?
Sure.
I know it sounds ridiculous. I mean, look at me. But if you find anything concerning a man named Johann Weyer, would you please bring it to me? I believe he was working on a way to help me. A recipe for some sort of potion. A tonic to free me from this husk of mine.
Oh, he doesn't have a gag in his mouth. He doesn't have a mouth. God damn it, stupid spikes. Like he's just missing a whole bunch of mouth bits.
What lever? Oh, that one. So many of Alexander's things are breaking down. Look around. Maybe the other room.
God, he loves talking.
All over this place.
Well, this guy is Agrippa. This is Agrippa. Now we're looking for stuff about this Johann man.
Cornelius Agrippa. I was once quite important.
Shut up.
Baron Alexander has sustained my soul in this dead husk for years. Who knows how many?
Chatty Cathy over there. I guess he's psychically talking, it seems like. Oh, back to these noises again. been long enough since I played this game that I really don't remember any of this. It's amazing. It's like a brand new game to me. He's a nice guy. Getting real used to just empty rooms in here. Didn't mean to click on that. I was just like, door, hold, click to move. Let me tell you, Fly, this game is really, really, really dark. Such a dark game. This is with the brightness turned up a little bit. Oh my god, I hate the white.
Cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
It came out quite a while ago. I played it when it was a brand new game because I really enjoyed their previous game, Penumbra. And then I never played it since, so it's been a real trip for me because I don't remember anything that happens in this game. I just remember like how it plays. Oh, calm down, Daniel. It's not that scary. I hate when it goes white.
I've been here already. I know this taste. A taste of Damascus rose obfuscating the truth in a dim haze. It may sweep the traces from my memory, but my body remembers. These cuts speak volumes, even though my mind remains silent. They will be back. They will be back.
I can't stand this white, bright-ass white screens. I made lamp bread. Bread lamp. I'm rather proud of this. I'm a bit of a scientist myself, you see. Seems like fun. A slab of fresh meat.
What's happened to her? Was there something else? Alexander is quite impressive in many ways, but he has grown impatient.
A lot of questions about his machine here.
And the next best thing. Alexander really wanted none other than Johann Bayer. You never heard of Johann Bayer? My God. He's probably the greatest man in history. And you don't know him? Or is it the world that has forgotten him?
Fucking mad science hipster over here. Oh, you don't know Johann?
Bayer was my pupil. My pupil. Yes, I do take pride in that. Is it so wrong?
Alright, I don't know what that is, but I fixed it.
Land which had not been plundered. Do you know Mithraism? I suppose it doesn't matter. It is an old faith, building temples out of caverns.
You're 3 days older than your favorite game. Fuck you talking about? Oh, this is where we came down from. Well, I guess we're going through that other door then.
Dad, good to see you. Not many orbs are left. They sometimes consume themselves, or break, then used by an uninitiated. I was lucky. The orb I found spared my life and returned to where I found it. I know because Alexander took it and brought it to Brandenburg.
Feel old. You had moved out of the dorms at college in your first apartment in 2003? That happened to me in the grand old year of 2008. Sounds like you're 5 years older than I am. Means you're probably like, what, 38, 39? "37. Close. Almost had it right." This seems normal.
Just a little further.
It's like Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
Doesn't sound like we could trust this man very much. I'm 33. Alright, so obviously this is the inner chamber. Feels real good to touch it with my bare hand. Oh yeah, no, Creedmoor speaks the true. So we need to assemble an orb and place it on that pedestal. And also help, what's his face out, Agrippa with this Johann fellow.
12th of August, 1839. Banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They
They're all anime
their
fans,
lives of
otherwise he wouldn't call
innocence
them
and their
degenerates.
cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation.
Each and every one of them
Try
has
to study
listed
the
Boku
different
no
tools in the
Pico
torture
as their
chamber
favorite
and
anime.
learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
Sounds like Daniel really got into the whole torture thing by the end. But then again, we are talking about people who list Boku no Pico as their favorite anime. They deserve it. Barely human. What do I get here? Tower's not gonna help. We don't make emergence jokes here.
The shadow. It's close now.
It's not true, we just made like 2 of them. Only Gilguy knows for sure how the emote of the day works. Gilguy's the architect of that one. fun room. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb first found by Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident with Wilhelm made me most impetuous. Fearing a paucity of prisoners, I proceeded with the final ritual without proper foresight. The orb cracked and fell into 6 pieces. I have tried everything, but have yet to mend a thing. Unless I could think of a way to piece it together, I will have to find another. There is still life in the pieces, and even if the orb isn't restored, I may be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder if I will ever be able to see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life? Oh no, not even close. Not by a long shot. Read a book. Isn't even an anime figurine. Garbage. Look at these, not even a single saber figurine. Okay, what we got here? Meat? Looks like a little bit of a sacrificial table here. So we gotta find 6 shards of orb. Maybe it's time to go talk to our buddy again.
Is this ill-timed witnessing, Daniel? If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you?
Oh, let's calm down here. So we need to figure out a way to get into that room. Oh, it's a really fucked up pornographic story is what they're talking about. Saber is the most normie figure you could have. I feel like the most normie anime figure you could have would probably be like Ash Ketchum or a Sailor Moon figure. No. Dragon Ball Z era Goku. That would be the normie figure. It's fine as so images anime. I mean, I got bad news for you. I watch and talk about a whole mess of anime. Like I mentioned before, you guys gotta check out.
And dared to proceed where I did not. He unearthed a number of cavern temples and gathered a whole collection of orbs. But unlike every other finder since the fall of his slave, he was able to unshackle the heart you and I connected with the orbs. He used them and was able to travel far and wide, beyond the world itself.
Can you tell me where I'm supposed to go now? Friend? Bucket of tar. Fresh meat. You hungry? He's not hungry.
Me, powerful. Not the way I hoped for. I've done all that I
Naruto is also pretty out there.
But now, I use all my strength merely to stay alive.
Alright, we did this. We need to figure out what the tar is for, I guess. I feel like there was another door up this way we could possibly get through. You gave up with Season 3 of Attack on Titan? Having read the manga, things are gonna get really friggin' weird in the anime as it goes forward. Like, real weird.
Help her! Find a way!
You have to put it on a rope? Right. We got this machine here. I knew it. Alright, so that probably lets us get through a couple of the doors that were down there. I think that's the path I need to take, because it's a dead end. And that door's busted. Oh, we actually came from this way. There's the ladder we climbed up. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is the ladder we climbed up. I do not want to go back down there, though, so... That's not the way I came from? I think this is the well in question. We'll just see what happens if I... No, that's where I climbed up. Although there is a monster down there, so I guess we could still use it as a well.
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
What are you talking about, buddy? Got no reason to be upset with me.
Ah, you again. You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do it.
Thank you, Agrippa. Thank you. It's your support that really keeps me going. Alright, this may be the well in question. Somebody's a hunger boy. Give him some food. A satisfied customer. Shut up. All right. Now I have a water monster spit. Great. I mean, who doesn't want that, right? It's a collector's item. Ooh, this is a big room.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Bright white. So bright. Now we got a staircase. Very long hallway. Seems fine. A piece of orb. The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Man, as long as he's a rapist, that seems fine to me. It's a little bit extreme, but otherwise. As long as he wasn't like, a nice guy or something. Now, we came from that door, so right hand is done. Gotta stop.
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
Dealing with Herman Munsters.
No, please! I'll do anything! Whatever you want!
Might as well.
I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
It's very... so bright. Okay. Just want to look around for a second, see if there's any orb bits in here. The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly lowered on and off the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. It had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. There no orb in here? There we go. Alright, piece of orb gotten. Alright, 2 rooms down.
Who are you to question me?
What do we got in here? Man, after the last torture devices we saw, this one's pretty mundane. Are you a fan of classical torture devices? The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Get to do some fun creepy voices. Reminded me of the Obra Dinn's Poopin' Man getting torn apart audio. What do we have going? Ooh. That's a good one. You love this part so much. It's a very atmospheric moment in the game. No, Poopin' Man did not deserve to be crushed by a kraken while pooping. Notes on torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem. But it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed. Proceed by presenting the form of torture you're about to apply, and then continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also apply the pain in doses, if possible with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, and then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink, and try again later. That's the name of the game. Is it you, my love, I miss the most? Or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There's little I could do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Yes, we did 100% it. And we didn't actually have to look up all that much. A lot of, making guesses was involved. Ooh, the painting changed. Alexander is those who slither in the dark confirmed. Black Eagle's fear. There you go. Welcome back, Fly. Alright, so I believe we now have to go this way. We got the 3 orbs in here. There's going to be 3 orbs in the mirroring hallway. We assemble with the sticky tar. And then we should be good to go. And when it comes to Obra Dinn, guesswork is kind of half of the experience.
Also, all pieces used in the transit Go to the choir and find the rest.
You got it, buddy. So we got a bone covered in mucus and string. Don't know what we're gonna need that for, but I'm sure it's gonna come up eventually. Got a hood. There we go. Good old milk of the poppy. Always want that. In court, the Order of the Black Eagles spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. The mucus is called Tamter. It comes from the Kieran. 'I just want it. After the men had secured the prisoner, the ritual began.
August 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry. Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Paint the man, cut the lines, paint the man, cut the lines. Please.
Daniel seems fine.
Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain.
Fair trade, fair trade. We have to find blood from one of the torture victims and fungus.
Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
Let's see here. I know it says it's a crank for machine, but it really looks like a crack pipe. I can't get any blood from this. When the time comes, you will have to direct me. Oh wait, we got a guy right here. And we just need to figure out how to get blood out of him, huh?
She knows.
Or maybe a knife? Just, come on. Just, come on. Oh, there's a grate in one of the torture rooms. You attach the string to the jar. Look at that. So specifically in the torture rooms and not in the choir. Alright, after we get the 6 pieces, we'll head back to the torture area. Just, keep that swinging. Is the face cam the usual now? It'll depend on the game. For spooky games, it seems like a pretty fun choice. For other stuff, I'll want to prioritize the game over face cam. Yes, I'm in the choir now.
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened.
I have amnesia. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
Gotcha. Yeah, as long as people are interested and want the face cam, and it doesn't bug me to cover a part of the game with it, then I'm alright with it. The forger stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and begun to leak. Man, getting a lot of tinderboxes. Now that the game has finally been brighter than pitch black, they're giving me all these. Alright, there's the orb for this room. I guess these are pretty torture-specific areas, too. Looking for the grate. I don't think this is the grate. Nope. Yeah, I know. You're having trouble. Oh my god, please. I can't deal with this wibbly-wobbly screen. I'm just gonna stare at this for a moment. Oh, it's one of the transept rooms. Alright. Good to know, good to know. room is really, really big.
Whatever it takes.
I now understand why it's so big. Oh, I didn't want to go in there. God damn it. So I came from this way, right? Yep, 2 doors came from this way. I mean, I have much less of a problem with that than other people do. I'm of the opinion that if they're doing it and people show up, it's on the people that show up, not so much on them. It's a supply and demand thing. But I've always been a pretty live and let live kind of guy, so I never really got why people get so passionate about these kind of things. I know there's a monster in here, but it's also like a huge ass room. So I think we're okay here. You gotta stop this bright white light.
For keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
This is a man who loves his torture. The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly, but with intent, so the rope secured around his legs stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The 2 men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. Breaking on the wheel, classic. Once again, let's stare at a goddamn candle until the screen stops being wibbly wobbly. Please? Ah, yes, huge ass. And I have so many Tinders. I'm basically a dating service at this point. Ah, good. It's all about May. May's the best. I mean, I don't think that's how faces work. God, I wish we were playing Eternal Darkness. I should see if we can get that game up and running. Fuck. Alright, I think we're good. God damn it. Why is the choir so goddamn big? Alright, got poison gland. The traitor did not know what to think of the brass bowl as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument, which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. Hey, Grim, how's it going? Personally, I like the idea of enough people dressing up as protest versions of Overwatch characters and other Blizzard properties that they get Blizzard stuff banned in China. And that would just be the ultimate fuck you. I would be so excited if China banned Overwatch streams. The Brazen Bull, everyone's favorite because the man who invented the Brazen Bull was the first person to die inside the Brazen Bull, as legend goes. Oh god, yeah, no, Brazen Bulls are terrifying. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of orb. So we're done collecting orb pieces. Now we need to try and remember where the fuck the exit is. And there are multiple monsters in this very large room. Man, they banned the letter N, I believe, for like a few months. They banned a lot of stuff. China likes to ban things. I think this is it. I think this is the way out. Yes! Alright, we need to get the blood. That's the last thing we need to get. Well, that's what happens when you have an authoritarian government. So we're done with the choir. We need to go back into the torture chambers just to grab blood of a victim.
I know I have no right to ask anything of you, but if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tonic before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save me.
You got it, buddy.
Please, my fate is in your hands.
Will do. German Mao's name translates to hair. Is that true? How far into Amnesia is this? We're fairly well into it. When you're brewing the tonic, you need to do it in a specific order. I'm gonna trust you to let me know that order. Alright, we got it. Yes, we are Daniel. Alright, so we got the blood, we got the poison gland, and we got the remains covered in mucus. I've never actually played a Machine for Pigs. I hear it was not terribly good. I do have it though. If I understand correctly, it was a different studio that was in charge of it. But I haven't played their other games. Like I played
I
Penumbrum.
see you have all the ore pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tonic before attempting to mend the ore, there might still be a chance for you to save it. Please, my
Oh, it's not that
fate is
bad?
in your hands.
I might check it out. Justine is better. I don't think I have Justine. Alright, so what do we do for this potion of his? We got remains, we have the poison gland, we have jar of blood. Do I just like put stuff in this thing?
I see you have all the ore pieces you need.
Oh my god, you gotta shut
I
up.
know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tonic.
I can't brew the potion yet. Okay. Well, in that case, I guess I'll go ahead and start combining ore pieces. Oh! More appropriate workstations required. We have to go to one of those tables, don't we?
I see you have all the ore pieces you need.
Shut up!
I know I
Shut
have
up!
no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for...
Let's see. Oh god, I think the workstation was in the other direction now that I think about it. I want to get so annoyed with him when he just said something other than the same line of dialogue over and over again. Yep, no, I was thinking of the other direction. God damn it. Alright, well. We need to go to that big ol' area with the lightning door. It is quite the jaunt. It's weird that the orb is made of different colored pieces. Don't do it, don't, shut up!
I know I have no right to ask anything of you.
That sounds like a nice day besides the pain and grim. Like lying in bed and watching anime all day is a fine way to spend any day. God damn it. He hit me through the door. Sleep. I'm mostly impressed he knocked me the fuck out through a closed door. Yeah, I figured.
You had me worried. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you. I hold no grudge against you, Daniel. We are so very much the same. you and I. Did you really drink from the amnesia mixture?
Yes, I don't know what's going on.
It does explain so much of your behavior. You never did finish what you set out to do. You talked about redemption, how you would face the orb's shadow and save our work, and me. I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
You got it, buddy. Oh god, yeah, no, you're choosing to watch a very, very long running show. And for what I hear, a good number of filler arcs are in there. Use the item that way.